Good evening, America. Today, I would like to put forward a point of view which could work as a deterrent in deterrent to the loot of NASA, which, as a father, I find could be a reality any day, any month, any year. Because I live in a city, Calcutta, in the province of West Bengal, in the country of India, where everyone wants to loot. Everyone wants to loot the privileged, the empowered. Privileged, I don't mean just monetarily privileged. If you're wise, they will try to loot your wisdom. If you're strong, they will try to lose your strength. If you are rich, they will would want to loot your wealth. If you are influential, they would like to loot your influence. If you are intelligent, they would like to loot your intelligence also. So, in a country where we have CIA, we have FBI and Pentagon. We need to, in a country where we have these three august organizations, we need to be very careful about what they might loot from us. They might loot all the three. They might loot NASA also. They might loot our children also. Now the question is, you might ask, why are you highlighting this to us? We are all Americans. We are all Americans, and what have we got to do with India? That is a question that might come from the simple mind. But I assure you, children, if life was that simple, if the world would have been such a simple and beautiful place, I would not have made this podcast, led by my conscience. And also, Father George W. Bush would not have waged this war on a global scale to protect you all. Had the world been a wonderful place, had the world been a terrific place, a place of angels and fairies, then there would not have been a need to go to war. There would not have been a need to go to a global war on terrorism. But unfortunately, it is not so. The world is not a place of angels. There are scums lurking everywhere, at every nook and corner in this city called Calcutta in West Bengal, the country being India, where I'm living. And my abuse by the scoundrels is not an abuse to an individual. It is an abuse, it is an assault, it is an example of exploitation to loot the empowered, to loot the bright. Not that I'm very bright, but making me as a medium to loot the bright, the empowered, the affluent, the strong, the intelligent. The list is long. All the virtues that make human civilization strong, they want to loot. They have looted the leaders here. They have looted everyone who is influential, to the point no one is influential anymore. In my own family, when I go to my brother for help, he gives a very half-hearted action to help me, because he's scared of the scoundrels. He knows if I help him from the core of my heart, I will be exploited by the scoundrels. My house will be looted by the scoundrels. And this starts with the common man and ends with the leader of all leaders, Father Basu and his family. Even the chief minister is a terrorized human being living in West Bengal. She does not know how to protect her kids. She does not know how to protect her family. She does not know how to protect her own flock. And she's not the only chief minister who has had this problem. Every chief minister, one after the other from 1947, has had this problem in West Bengal. Because everyone wants to loot. Now, coming to the moot point, how relevant is this culture existing in Calcutta, India, which is thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of kilometers away from America, to Americans or to NATO? Because India and the West, they are far away culturally, civilizationally. But it is no more what it should have been. Distance is no more a problem. Distance has been conquered with inventory. Distance has been conquered with scientific inventions. Today, every third Bengali in Calcutta talks to his relative in America, tries to influence, to bring them down to their level. Every Bengali who studies in Jadavpur University, in IIT, doing mechanical engineering, electronic engineering, computer engineering, have contacts, and they are growing up in this environment where they prevail under looters. They're tutored by the looters to loot. Go to all the universities, Jadavpur University, you go to Calcutta University, you go to these engineering colleges, you will see the mindset of an engineering student. Not long ago, there was this problem of ruckus near Jadavpur University. The neighbors living around Jadavpur University, they are afraid to talk about them because the students are unruly. They throw stones. They walk naked within the campus. They take mirrors, aim at the sun and focus it on the neighbors' houses. They're like wild creatures. Many of them are computer engineers. Many of them are doing electronic engineering. Many of them would be going to America, working for NASA. If not NASA, they would be working in one of those finest laboratories of Calcutta, trying to invent something that could challenge inventory of today, that would challenge the empowerment of humanity that we have today. You ask the neighbors of Jadavpur University area, every mother is a worried mother, every father is a worried father, every child is a ruined child, thanks to that influence. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Such students are going to America. Such students are working now in labs of Calcutta, highly connected with the West. They get the best of syllabus. What is the syllabus of Massachusetts, MIT? They have it before the kids in Massachusetts have. So this is their culture. Yesterday, I had a hooligan coming to my place demanding that I have to give this house on rent to him. And he also, while going, he warned me, had I been terrible, I would have instigated all the people living in this place to harass you. You would not get your groceries from that shop. You have to buy things from anywhere. This is the culture. And an electronic engineer and a computer engineer doing computer engineering in Jadavpur University, in IIT, their people live here. They have been born and brought up here. It won't be far-fetched to foresee a time when that education that he's getting from Jadavpur University or Indian Institute of Technology would be used to loot NASA, to terrorize NASA. He might come up with some invention that might destroy NASA. And that is the goal. Because that child who has grown up in this environment is tutored by such people to be powerful enough to loot NASA, to bring down America, to bring down the West, loot Australia, loot New Zealand, loot England, and bring those countries down to this level. So that there also leaders do not know how to protect the children. That is their goal. In Calcutta, in West Bengal, the leaders do not know how to protect their own kith and kin. We were brought up, we have been thrown out, now you do or die. Not long ago, Father Buddhadev Bhattacharya had said, we have done what we have had to. You are seeing the environment. Now it's up to you. Do whatever you do. This is not how human civilization can exist. We are not animals. We are human beings. Human beings need to live, not exist. Human beings need to love their children, not give them birth alone. Human beings need to nurture children to become human beings, not live like animals. And lots of paraphernalia has been created all around, all around to justify this way of life. There's a political fraternity that justifies this way of life out of fear. And when the political fraternity justifies this kind of culture, what is left of the future? Time has come to ask questions based on these realities, as to how far we are being fair to our country, to the world as a whole, by educating scoundrels in this city of Calcutta, in the state of West Bengal, making them engineers, doctors, and what have you. They say the doctors are apostles of death in this city and in this state. Not long ago, we were told that a dead body was kept in the ICU in a nursing home, and in the ICU, that is the intensive care unit, the family members are not allowed to go close to the dead body or to the ailing patient. They have to see the ailing patient from far. There was this family who had an ailing patient. He was put into the ICU. After his death, they did not declare him dead. They kept him in the ICU for 3, 4, 5 days. And that was a dead body, just to earn money from that dead body. And they were inflating the bills. There was a big ruckus in the hospital. And that's enough. From one ruckus to the other. From one chaotic experience to the other. From one abuse to the other. From one exploitation to the other. That's how we are going on. And we are accruing all these exploitative maneuvers of the scoundrels. And the state is going to the dogs. And the dogs are getting empowered and empowered and empowered and empowered, to the point today they might be ambitious enough to loot NASA. This is the reason Father Bush, during the initial days of this war, had said, they don't want our money. Had they wanted money, that's okay. They don't want money. They want to spread hatred for us. They want to exploit us. They want to loot us. He did not say these, but he said they want to spread hatred for us. So time has come to ask, how prudent are we, or how safe are we when we are educating a Bengali in Calcutta with engineering, with medical, with electronics, to the point that he will take the first passport and visa working for NASA or working for some organization that might become a challenge to NASA. He might do this here also. Technologically, they have become so advanced. Have we given them technology to destroy our country? Time has come to ask this question. Let CIA, FBI work on a war footing to ensure that if we are doing this, we might as well stop this process here, right here. And for that, if we have to go to war, so be it. No one is innocent. No one is innocent here. The innocent are afraid of the scoundrels, and the scoundrels are making hay. Out of fear, they collude with the scoundrel. This is a real life situation. I am the only one who has rebelled, and I am going through all sorts of problems. I have no regrets. I have my family with me, I have my father with me, I have my mother's with me, I have you all with me. This is no joke, this is no utopia, this is not something that's imaginative, this is real. With these few words, I would like to end this podcast of mine, this telecast of mine, to ensure that there's not only a sense of urgency, there should be also a sense of action as to what to do. If this podcast ever reaches to the President of America, I would request Sir to talk to the Prime Minister of India, and the Prime Minister then talking to the Chief Minister of West Bengal, and get together to formulate some kind of a strategy, some kind of an active strategy with actions in mind to ensure that this problem of loot that might be a reality 10 years from now, 15 years from now, is not a reality. Because if that happens, the planet would come to an end, everything would come to an end. There will be diluted milk sold in the Western nations, the civilized nations. And children would get rotten. With these words, I'm ending this. I repeat again. And I hope that something positive would be done to protect the children of America and the world. Sincerely.